Depending on the individual, we treat young men, young women, 15 and older in our practice. I think there's so many endocrine disruptors in our environment these days that even the teenagers, our kids are sick. I see a lot of young girls with polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that's a disease process that affects a wide variety of people. It can range from my cycles are irregular to I don't have a cycle at all. A lot of these young girls are gaining weight. They've got acne. They have hair in places that, we don't want hair to grow, and it can cause some hair loss as well. And it's all based on insulin resistance. But if it's severe enough, that can affect fertility, and we see more and more women having fertility issues these days. But in the opposite for young men, we have so many young men that come into the practice with really low testosterone levels, and they've got fatigue and weight gain and brain fog, and it has a lot to do with the food that we eat in this country and the plastics that we eat and drink out of, and even sometimes EMF exposure can affect our hormone levels. So there's a lot of different things that can affect it. I'll tell you, in our training, we get taught to look at a lab test. And if your lab value is in the normal range, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. But we come up with those lab values based on, think of it as like lining up 1,000 women born in your birth year, and we draw all of their labs, and we look at the numbers that come back. We take out the outliers, but basically when we're looking at a report, we're comparing you to 95% of other women or other men born in your birth year. I have severe fatigue. I'm losing my hair. I'm cold all the time. I have brittle fingernails. My eyebrows and eyelashes are thinning. I'm gaining weight. Those are all symptoms of low thyroid. And so many people are told your TSH is normal. There's nothing wrong with you. So there's multiple hormones that come from the pituitary, but we focus on estradiol, not follicle stimulating hormone from the pituitary. We focus on testosterone, not luteinizing hormone, but when it's kind of reverse when it comes to the thyroid, we don't look at the end product. We look at the pituitary hormone. And there's several different ways that we can have thyroid dysfunction. You might have hypothyroidism, so the thyroid gland is not actually producing enough hormone. But often as we age, your thyroid may be producing enough T4, but in your liver and in your muscle cells, you're not converting it to T3, and that's the active thyroid hormone. And then the other way is you're producing enough hormone, but the receptors are being blocked by endocrine disruptors. So it looks like you have enough, but you still have all of the symptoms.